Hi, this is Mr. Capert. In this video, I'm going to show you how to model part number 3, this practice part. It looks like this. On your sheet of paper, I gave you the hand drawing of it as well, so you have all the dimensions. When you look at that graph paper, remember every grid is 0.25 inches. So in order to start this part, you want to go and do a new design. All right, and I start out by changing the settings here. Notice I hit this little pencil on paper symbol after I drop this down and change this to inches. Okay, I like to go with inches. Another thing is on this one, to make this easier on you guys, make sure all of these are checked, and then your grid settings to make this super easy. Since all of these parts are 0.25 inches, everything changes by 0.25 or a factor of that. Change this major grid spacing to 0.25, minor subdivisions to 1. It shouldn't be that already. It is for me because I did this already. And do fixed and hit OK. You also want to make sure you always save, and I would call this what it is. Get used to giving it names that make sense. Practice part number 3. And make sure you save that within the folder you should have already created, which was practice problems. Save it within there. I'm not going to save it because I already have a copy and I don't want multiple copies of this. So you'd hit save. Okay, so now you want to start a sketch like you always do in 2D. So you hit this symbol up here. If you forget what these all mean, you can always hover over them. Click on that. Doesn't matter which plane you choose to sketch on. And then I'm going to zoom in using my scroll wheel on my mouse to help me out here. I'm going to draw out the shape first. Unlike before, I showed you guys to put dimensions as you go. We're going to draw out the shape and then add dimensions. Remember, for a line, you can either do this drop down to line, or you can just hit L each time. I'm going to start hitting L after this point. So if you can't remember L, just keep doing this drop down, which is no fun. So you want to start, let's start with this corner here, up in this upper left corner. So I'm going to do line. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll start up here. Okay. And I'm going to go right. Notice it's 1, 2, 3, 4 grids. So 4 times 0.25 is 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I didn't put a dimension because I'm going to do that after the fact. Then it goes down by 0.25. And that's, look at how easy this is because I set up my grid as each division is 0.25. Then it goes back by 0.5. It goes down. It goes out by 1. It goes down again. Look at how much easier this is. This is awesome. I did it the other way before, my other time I modeled this, and it was a lot harder. Now, you may think you're done because you have your shape here. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. Let's go back. So you can do a undo, L for line, and I forgot this gap here. Boom, finish it off. Okay, you may think you're done, but you really need to add dimensions to this. That's really important to have everything dimensioned, especially if you make changes to a part at a later date. You want everything to be tied down. You can just hit D or do the drop down sketch dimensions. From now on, I'm going to hit D every time to do this. So I want to dimension every line here. You can do from this point to this point, and then you want to pull out always in the direction of the line that you're dimensioning. And then I'm going to do another left click. Hit enter because that is correct. I'm going to hit D for dimension again. Remember, I hit the 2 points. Another way to do this is just to touch this line. Notice how the whole thing lights up. So it is going to give you the length of that line. You can do it either way. If it helps you to hit each point, do that. I like to just hit this line and I see that it's lit up, and so I know I'm getting the measurement of that line. Make sure all of these are correct as you go around. So each time I'm hitting D, I'm running short on time, so you'll do the rest of those. I'm going to pause this video for a second and skip ahead. After you have all of the lines dimensioned, make sure it all makes sense. You're going to do stop the sketch. You're going to go over to extrude. If you forget what these symbols mean, you can always hover over them. Extrude makes a 2D shape 3D. Choose the shape that you want to extrude. Do a left click. All these parts are 0.25. So 0.25. I could have also entered it in this box down here. There's always multiple ways of doing everything. Hit OK. Right, now we have a raised section on here as well. So I now want to sketch on this surface, and I'm going to sketch that out. And I'm going to use the line tool, so I'm going to hit L. And it goes down by 0.5, and then it goes over by 0.5, and it goes up to the left. Oh, didn't do it for some reason. Okay, looks like I'm good. So I'm going to stop this sketch. I'm now going to extrude this shape 0.25. I got that. Next thing is you want to put on there your initials. Make sure you're always putting your initials. I do this so people can't cheat. You could put your initials really anywhere, but put them here so it's easy for me to find. You want to go up to sketch and then use text. Click on this surface and then put your initials on here and make sure they're sized where they'll fit on there. And I can move this into the right place. Then I can do stop sketch. And now I can extrude these letters by, did it work? 0.01. Oops. You can always do undo. Must have hit something wrong. Extrude 0.01, enter. Well, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, we just can't see it. My bad. And then the last thing you want to do is modify, change the appearance, and change the color to orange. So go under paint. And then I think I did glossy. Oops, I get impatient. And oh, there's no orange. Oh, how did I do this again? Well, you could do red. If you can figure out orange, let me know. There's a way that I did that. And make sure when you put on the color that, I'll just do blue for now. There's a way to do it. It was kind of tricky. And notice I have bodies components chosen. And then I want to make this face of my lettering a different color. So I'm going to go down to black and I'm going to pull it and put it on that surface. Make sure you always hit save. I should have really hit save more times than this. Hit save. And then when you're done for the day, make sure that you always go to sign out. Make sure we're signing out, especially those in PLTW. You're sharing the computers. If you don't sign out, somebody could delete all your work. That would not be good. So make sure you're signing out. Hope this helps. Let me know if you have any more questions.